would have reigned supreme if it weren't for Iron Mike Tyson.
And there comes the gladiator, Iron Mike Tyson.
It was a battle between two knockout machines.
That time I rocked him, I'm going to rock him to sleep. I hope Don King's got room in his lap.
Are you going to be kind and gentle to Frank Bruno? Not at all.
Today, I will tell you about how Mike Tyson twice crushed the audacious bodybuilder. This story took place in the distant year of 1989 at the legendary Las Vegas Hilton Arena. Young Iron Mike faced off against the boxer Frank Bruno, who was known for being a fearsome knockout artist. The culmination of this story ended in a brutal beating, resulting in severe injuries for Bruno, including a fractured left orbital bone and the risk of complete loss of vision, among other things. So, be sure to watch this video until the end and don't forget to hit the like button. On February 25th, 1989, the attention of the boxing community was glued to television screens as the BBC channel covered a mega boxing match where the then 22-year-old boxing phenomenon, Mike Tyson, was set to face a British boxer named Frank Bruno. This fight became one of the most significant sporting events of that year, and for good reason. Two true giants clashed in the ring that evening. In the blue corner stood the Englishman named Bruno, an incredibly powerful fighter who looked more like a bodybuilder than a boxer due to his physique. At a height of 6 feet 3 inches, the British boxer had an arm reach of 82 inches. The muscular athlete, known by the nickname True Brit, was a formidable knockout artist, finishing the fight with a knockout 31 times out of 32 wins in the ring.
Why you can hit people so hard? You seem to have a gift for it.
If you want something in life and you want to be something in life, you just work and go for it, as they say in America. Just go for it.
The body by Tyson again.
They been on their ass, bitch, I'm on the rail. I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it, I sell. Got feeling on speed, that hit me to chill. I give it a thrill.
And down.
Mike Tyson.
During this time, Iron Mike was marching triumphantly. At not even 22 years old, he managed to become the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history by defeating Trevor Berbick.
Bangs the body. Wow, that uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with a leg left hook, and he missed that uppercut. But notice it's all Tyson. Berbick doing nothing offensively. And he crashes down.
Afterward, gaining 3 more major belts, the Brooklyn tough guy essentially became the king of the heavyweight division.
What's that?
These are my championship belts.
That's the WBC one.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Fantastic. They're terrific.
Tyson began to feature more prominently in scandalous headlines, and Iron Mike transformed his image from a hero to a villain, further attracting attention to himself.
His entire career at stake here. He doesn't want to fight on, and the referee stopped it anyway.
I commend you. You came out very well, and I'm very impressed.
Very kind.
And I look forward to meeting you in the future.
I look forward to meeting you as well.
Thank you very much. I think you're a great man.
Thank you. Same to you, Mike.
The first meeting of these two giants was originally scheduled for 1988, but the fight was postponed for a year due to Tyson's infamous street brawl with the leader of a New York gang, Mitch Green. I discussed this incident in one of the episodes on the channel. I recommend watching it. The link will be in the description below this video. As a result, due to Mike's right hand fracture, his upcoming title defense against the Briton Frank Bruno was postponed and ultimately took place the following year. However, Mike's reputation did not scare the giant Bruno. He was confident that he could break the Brooklyn knockout machine.
Don King is trying to make Mike Tyson out to be Superman. But I got kryptonite to beat him. Thank you very much.
Moreover, during this period, Tyson went through a divorce with Robin Givens. The divorce cost Tyson $10 million and a nervous breakdown. Later, Mike was arrested on charges of assault and other unpleasant incidents, but today we're not focusing on that.
Oh, Tyson, this Iron Mike, this Iron that. You don't realize that the guy had a car crash. He damaged his hand. He broke up with his wife. All his mind is not on the game. On this fight, his mind not conditioned for this fight. And I was confident before all this happened. And I think this is a peak time to beat a Mike Tyson, Harry. No, I really do believe so.
And so, on a hot evening in 1989, the long-awaited match finally took place.
And there comes the gladiator. Iron Mike Tyson makes his way.
Despite all of Bruno's promises in the lead-up to this encounter, the fight could have ended in the first few seconds of the bout. Tyson literally pounced on an opponent who was not prepared for such aggression, resulting in the Englishman being on the floor.
As a lion going against the zebra, and I'd have to agree. Let's see how quick he starts. Bruno tries to keep him up. Bruno showing that he's not afraid, hanging on. Bruno's already tagged with the right hand. And watch this now, and let's see just how it happened. There was a short swinging. There's a short right that has no. He was wobbled, and then another right hand kind of up over the shoulder. Got him off.
But Frank had no intention of giving up, so he quickly pulled himself together and managed to shake Tyson himself with a left hook, something that no one had been able to do at that moment.
With the uppercut. Now Frank comes very slowly across the ring. He knows he's in with a boom. Tyson gets nailed. And there's the right hand that caught Tyson with a left hook. Tyson looks wobbly as he attacks Bruno. Tyson was caught and Tyson looks clear, but he was caught by his thumb.
Fortunately for Mike, the timely sound of the gong literally saved him.
A bell ends, round number 1, and the crowd loves it.
However, starting from the second round, Bruno began to tire, which was par for the course for this boxer, given the amount of muscle mass. It's very difficult to sustain prolonged fights with such muscle mass. Sensing this, Iron Mike picked up the pace and took control of the fight. The Englishman had nothing left to do but clinch.
The right hand catches Bruno. Left hook. Bruno looks ready to go. Now is what he's now. Bruno trying to keep him up. And then Bruno. And your heart's almost with Frank to get a punch off. Mike catches. Tyson Bruno is just kind of a stand-up guy, almost tailor-made for Tyson. The idea that it's a question of time before Mike catches him. Round 4, Bob Sheridan here. Tyson just really pours in like a madman. Bruno is caught. That right hand more. And trying to catch Tyson with a left hook. That light, ooh, another right hand. An excellent job considering the style that Bruno is fighting here. Uppercut comes that time. Round number 4. And the crowd.
And in the 5th round, Mike, apparently tired of the endless grappling with his opponent, decided to finish him off. In the last seconds of the fight, his plan was executed cold-bloodedly.
Most people thought possible. He's lost every round. It's about 8,000 or 9,000 in there. Bruno was caught that time, and Tyson knows it. Tyson trying to attack now to finish him off. The ropes scores with the uppercut. Lands a big right hand. Bruno's in big trouble now. He's ready to go. Tyson knows he's got him in big trouble. If he doesn't answer it, Richard Steele has
decided he had seen enough. And at this moment, Terry Lawless, the manager of Frank Bruno, was running along the ring apron with a towel.
Credit should be given to Frank, who, despite the monstrous damage, managed to stay on his feet at the moment when the referee intervened to stop the fight. In a post-match interview, Iron Mike expressed his respect for his opponent, of course, not forgetting to praise himself.
Was this harder than you anticipated?
No, not at all, because I knew that he was going to come up, he was talking, and the way he was talking, I knew he was hyped. He was ready to go. And I knew I was the best fighter in the world. Thank you, Frank. God bless you.
And as for praising himself, there was a reason for it. This fight brought the boxing legend more than $5 million, and if there was one thing Mike loved, it was spending money, especially on cars, of which he had countless.
I knew that he was going to be tough because I knew he read the papers and he was so psyched out, and as he said, this is the peak time to beat Mike Tyson. And
after the defeat, Bruno continued his career and had many significant matches, including the legendary showdown with Lennox Lewis, where Frank surprisingly gave the future boxing king a worthy resistance. On September 2nd, 1995, the Englishman faced Oliver McCall, the WBC world champion at the time. Boxing skillfully throughout all 12 rounds, Bruno ultimately became the world champion. It was his moment of glory, and all of England celebrated that evening.
Smith, with the exception of Tony Tucker, who might Octavio Moran, Douglas has landed over 50 punches.
Tyson's fate after the meeting with the Britons in 1989 turned out slightly differently. 12 months later, Iron Mike suffered a sensational defeat to Buster Douglas, shattering the myth of his invincibility once and for all.
Landing these, nice uppercut by Buster Douglas. Look at this! He's knocked Mike Tyson down for the first time in his career. Mike Tyson hits the canvas. He's in big trouble. Gonna make it.
Up until 1991, he had 4 tough fights, especially with Donovan Ruddock.
Ruddock has chosen not to fight again. He's not to fight Razor Ruddock. And then Ruddock answers with a low blow.
The next chapter in his biography began with allegations of committing a violent act, which led to him spending 4 years in prison, where he underwent radical transformations in his personality. When he emerged from prison, he was an entirely new person.
It's supposed to produce a citizen who comes out better than when he went in. Will it do that?
Not my opinion. My opinion only that I base, it doesn't rehabilitate you, more so debilitates you. Because I find myself doing things that I never dreamed I'd be capable of doing. Like saying things I never think I'd be capable of saying.
The return to the ring after serving time happened in 1995 against Peter McNeely, whom Tyson easily dispatched within a single round.
But this is still a replay of the first knockdown. Mike comes across, just a nice short, crisp, turned over the right hand.
Our hero's next opponent was a fighter named Buster Mathis Jr. Tyson's comeback from prison added even more to his fame.
Use that right-footed pivot, swing around on your opponent's side, then crack.
Oh, he got a right uppercut, another right uppercut, and down goes Mathis.
His matches drew millions of spectators from all around the globe, but to achieve complete triumph, he needed the title held at that time by his old acquaintance, Frank Bruno. A rematch between the two fighters was imminent and didn't keep the fans waiting for long.
That time I rocked him, I'm going to rock him to sleep. I hope Don King's got room in his lap.
There's not much I can say, but I beat him once, and I beat him before, and I'm going to beat him again. Thank you.
While the boxers were relatively amicable before the first match, this time everything changed.
I can't really tell you how he's going to, a quick pace, fast pace, slow pace. All I can tell you, I'm going to win, and I'm going to knock him out right into Don King's. Hey, laugh, only in America. You know what I mean? Quite simple.
Bruno no longer concealed his negative feelings towards his opponent, and Tyson was equally determined.
I feel much more stronger mentally and physically, and this is my time. Tyson's had his time, you know. Who God bless, nobody curse, and thank you for all the British fans for sticking behind me.
I'm in the best condition of my life, and after March 16th, I'll be the new heavyweight champion of the world.
He's made his money. I'm going to do him a favor and knock him out right into Don King's lap.
I'm going to do a good job, and I trust you after this, you won't forget this for a long time.
I just don't see him laughing with me. I'll be in just tremendous shape. I'll be in tremendous focus, and I'm going to just be throwing punches of bad intentions.
Hook or crook, I'm going to win, and I'm going to knock him out, you know what I mean? I've been away for too long. I've waited about 16 years to get in this position where I am, you know what I mean? And boy, he'll have to kill me to beat me that night, man. He'll have to murder me. I'm telling you, he'll have to kill me.
And so, on March 16th, 1996, the fighters finally clashed in the ring. Bruno seemed to have become even more formidable physically during this time. Just take a look at him. But, as in the first and second encounters, those muscles against Tyson didn't help him. Iron Mike unleashed all his fury on his opponent right from the start of the fight, who sought refuge in the clinch. But it couldn't last long.
4 inches taller, huge reach advantage, and here we go.
Anybody or anything, but Mike Tyson is a phenom.
Keeping Tyson under control of the belt. He'll be very anxious.
He's certainly coming straight in.
Every time he comes in, he's an older. He's not going to let Mike do what Mike wants to do on the inside.
A straight right hand there by
keeping their heads off.
Bruno with the questionable chin.
Get off that neck, come on.
He does not like to fight on the inside generally. But he's learned to hold on, which he did with McCall. Tyson's people wanted to bob and roll, be less of a target attack.
That's the first one he felt the steam.
It was a nice effort.
And anytime, here comes Tyson. Tyson with a combination with 20.
You see where Tyson wobbles him with a big right hand. Mistake early. You can't fix a chin that was never great to begin with.
A left hook by Tyson, but Bruno comes forward.
Nasty cut, and be here for 12 rounds, I guarantee you.
Oh, a left hook by Mike Tyson, flush on the face of Frank Bruno. Another left, and a cover stop. Yeah, Bill Slane trying to take control.
Anytime he gets close to,
put any efforts toward punching if he's just worried about holding. Did not react as badly as he did to the jitters. He may be settling in.
Halfway through the second.
What you call academic.
Less than a minute remaining in round.
Bruno switched to south.
Where he got hurt in the first round. That right hand, that could have been a cut right there. See that?
And that's saying something for a 247-pounder.
That was a nice
Not fighting offensively.
Down the side of his face.
Home run. A home run thrown by Tyson.
In the third round, Tyson delivered a powerful combination of blows that shipped to Britain, and the referee once again saved the boxer from torment.
For the Tyson who fought McGillian Mathis. There's a combination uppercut by Tyson. Tyson laying it on, pouring it on. Down goes Bruno into the ropes.
Let's take a look at how Tyson took care of business. Ducked under, a shot under the arm in the legs, and from here on out, a rain of punches which buckled.
As we take further looks. Interestingly, Buster Mathis Jr. ended up staying in the ring longer with Mike Tyson.
That punch to hurt Tyson, to land it, but to hold, to put his arms in a position to grab Mike and tie him up, a la Bone Crusher Smith. And I will maintain, and I mean no offense to any fighter, it is more honorable to get knocked out in 1, 2, or 3 rounds.
WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
After the fight, Bruno, barely moving with his bloodied lips, expressed his desire for a third fight with Mike. However, a day later, Frank was told by the doctors that he couldn't box not only against Tyson but any other fighter. Iron Mike had damaged Bruno's left cheekbone. The medical commission diagnosed the risk of complete loss of vision. Frank Bruno ended his sports career. In the end, after 6 years, Mike Tyson once again became the holder of the championship belt, and the world of boxing got its hero and villain in one person. Over time, people began to realize that this performance was probably one of Tyson's last appearances where he resembled his former self. Nevertheless, the events in the life of our hero changed him forever, but we'll talk about that some other time.